Hello everyone. So this is my About Me page. Here I just kind of want to talk about what I did in high school, college, and what I'm doing in the summer now, just to kind of give you an idea of who I am and what I'm doing and my background, just because I think it helps give a little more context to what I'm doing on this website and what I will be doing in the future. So, as you can see over here, I kind of made a list of a few things I wanted to talk about. So, before college, in high school, I was just obsessed with like computers and video games and just building those pieces, but I never really coded. Probably the most experience I got with messing with this technology was troubleshooting inside of the Windows OS whenever my old computers would break down, or when I would just learn about piecing together the different parts of a computer and when I'd make my own because it was a lot easier and cheaper for me to do that than buying pre-built ones. And I've been playing video games my whole life. My family would attest to that. Even when I was like really, really small, I would just always crawl around and try and get my hands on a controller. And that's kind of helped inspire me to work on coding on some video games. And I don't think that's what I would want to do in an actual job. I think it helps me learn a lot of good practices for coding in general and just organizing my code and doing that. Another thing that I've done a lot with my family is scuba dive. I got certified when I was in seventh grade, and I've scuba dived a ton since then. We've gone to tons of places and just seen all sorts of really cool things like sharks, turtles, or sea turtles, and tons of fish and eels and stuff. And it's really fun. Um, a lot of times I'm kind of a hermit. I like to stay inside and, kind of just do computer stuff, but the scuba diving stuff is a good change of pace for that. And alongside that, we've had tons of pets in my family just throughout all the years. I think we've had like 8 or 9 different St. Bernards growing up. We have 2 currently, but we've had tons, and I'm sure you'll see pictures and videos of them on this site. And I think, yeah, my first picture is this is Callie. She's really cute. But yeah, so we've had like ferrets, iguanas, or lizards, birds. We got a bird right now, Stanley. And a bunch of other stuff. I really like animals. I think they're a good way for me to help kind of cool down or de-stress when I'm just like going with either like school, coding, or whatever's going on in my life. Normally just like getting outside my room and just like taking a break and like petting my animals normally helps a lot. And in high school, a big part of my identity and what I did was band. So I'm still in band, but in high school, I did marching band, concert band, jazz band, madrigals. I played in the pit for our spring musical. They kind of pulled me on for everything. I was really involved with it, and it definitely helped me grow a lot as a person. And I really enjoyed it because that's where I met a lot of my friends and just good teachers and mentors, and it was really good. Um, yeah, I mean, there's a lot more I could talk about, but we'll just kind of talk about college because that's kind of more the focus of this site. So, first thing that I kind of got into when I came to college in August of my first year was marching band. So, to audition for marching band, you have to go a week early. So, that was like literally the first thing I did. But I auditioned and I got into the junior varsity band called Storm. And so, Storm still plays at the football games, but you also get the chance to go to soccer games and wrestling meets. So you don't do as much at the football games, but you're kind of spread out more, and you kind of cover the other events that the varsity band can't have time for because they're just so busy with football games in the fall. Um, and this was a really good chance to meet a lot of friends and people right away because everyone was kind of in the same boat of, well, we're in a new place and we don't really know many people yet, so everyone got to know each other really fast, and that was great. Coding wise, I was a little overwhelmed because I had zero coding experience going into college, and I didn't even know if I was really going to like it. I mean, I kind of took an educated guess and said, well, okay, like, well, it seems up my alley. We'll try it. Probably should have tried it a little before college. I think I would have really benefited from that. But kind of going in clean slate from college had its perks too. Um, but so the first club that I kind of got affiliated with was Critical Tinkers. And so this is a club mostly with computer engineers and electrical engineers, mostly coding and hardware based, where basically, if you give them a project proposal, they will help fund projects for you. So you don't have to worry about the price, and as long as you show them that you're working on it, they'll like help you with it. And this was a huge relief for me, just knowing that this club existed, because it basically just allowed me to be able to like mess around and learn and not have to worry about the resources. So I got a group together with a couple of aerospace engineers that were sophomores. One of them I met through band, and then that kind of stemmed off from that. And we started building a plane, and we were really close to like putting it all together. We had all the we had like the code written for all the different Arduino parts, and we had like the just the controller set up and everything. But then we had to go home early in March due to COVID. So that project's still not finished, but it's very close to getting the rough draft kind of first version up. So I'm really hoping we can finish that again this coming year. And so one thing I got involved in the spring was TEAM, and TEAM stands for the Engineering Ambassadors Meeting? No, I don't know. It's a really long acronym, but basically we help give tours and convince prospective students to come to Iowa State. So when I was applying for colleges, I visited kind of late, and I was kind of unsure of where I wanted to go to college. But when I came and visited the College of Engineering, these people just really helped me and kind of convinced me to go to Iowa State. They were all really helpful, and they gave a really clear definition of like what the program was, which I felt like wasn't the case for a few other colleges that I visited at. I was just kind of confused and frustrated, but they laid it out, and I got to talk to a lot of the students, and it was really helpful. So when I saw that you could apply for this, I figured, well, that seems great, because it's going to give me a chance to talk to a lot of people, just kind of get comfortable with new faces, and just meet a lot of good students and mentors and people in this program, because there are people of every age, like, freshman through senior. Some grad students do it. And it's just really involved, and it's great because you just give a tour every week, and then there's some outreach events on weekends, and it's a really good way to just stay social and active on campus. Kind of school-wise, I guess, at college, I'm planning on trying to do study abroad my junior year. There's a lot of good study abroad options at Iowa State, and I'm looking to go to Ireland at the University of Limerick. My advisor has helped kind of plan out the classes with me, and she's been a really good resource for that. So I'm really hoping it works out. I got it in my schedule, so it should work out right now. So yeah, I'm excited. And then I'm also planning to do a math minor. I came in with a few AP credits, so I kind of got a lot of general stuff out of the way this last year, so I think I'm going to have room for that. And probably math is kind of what started my like engineering kick instead of like coding, which I don't know. I feel like a lot of people come into it just for the coding, but I really like applying like math and like tangible things to my code, and I think that's kind of my interest in like the hardware side of it. But yeah, so in the engineering department, we already get a lot of the calculus classes out of the way, so I only need 3 extra classes for the math minor. So I'm excited about starting that next year. This summer, though, COVID has kind of shaked everything up. I don't think that's a surprise to anyone right now. But yeah, I don't know. I guess last summer I really liked playing spike ball with my friends. We tried to go outside more and kind of just, I don't know, just run around. We'd play tennis, spike ball, we'd go bowling. And that was really fun. I worked a lot last summer at my high school doing janitor work, but I can't do that this summer due to circumstances. But yeah, I guess this summer specifically, I've been really enjoying learning new coding languages, though. I learned Python in about 2 weeks, just like basic syntax. I'm planning on maybe going back to and writing some like basic programs just to kind of get the foundation and the syntax under my feet for sure. But I really like it. It's a really interesting language, and I can definitely see where it would be very useful in a lot of cases, because we only learned C and Java in school our first year. But I also have just been really enjoying making my own side projects. The first one this summer is this website, which you probably saw some of the code for that, and me talk about it on the other page. But I really just like making my own things, and I think this kind of ties in with the engineering part of it, where I feel like I can be more driven when I have some type of creative element or control over the project, and it isn't just for like homework where you have to design specific methods or functions or like make new classes. Um, and that's a fun challenge too, because I kind of see it like a puzzle, where you gotta kind of solve it. But I also really like things where I can just be creative and make my own things and kind of show off what I've learned and done on my own. So that kind of has everything on the list. This summer, I'm also taking 2 online classes. I'm taking the second physics class and differential equations online, which will transfer back to Iowa State. So then I have more time to just be involved in campus and do focus on marching band, making new friends, doing projects. Because I can already kind of tell that my falls are going to be a lot more busier than my springs based on last year. But yeah, that's kind of it. If you want to contact me to talk about anything I said, or if you're interested in anything, or just want to see what I'm up to, you can just go to this contact page, and here's my email. And then you can click on these buttons to see my social media links. So thank you.